Now his little dancey dance where he was like, Billie Jean, not my lover. She's just a girl. Oh, not my friend just messaged me and said, so scale 1 to 10, how was it? I guess I should probably say that in this, right? Hey y'all, welcome back. It's bre.sofr, and I wanted to hop on here tonight because I just got back from watching the movie Michael, and we're gonna talk about that. So, first of all, absolutely amazing. I got to see it in theaters at the IMAX, the big fancy one, and it was an experience, I will say. Okay, one, I want to start off by saying, so me and my parents, my dad, my father, he is the big Michael Jackson fan, right? My mother, she loves Prince, and I personally like Rick James. But we all love all of them, right? Yeah, so this was like a little family date that we had, and I really want to talk about it because it was so good. And just to let y'all know, there's going to be spoilers. So if you're watching this and you haven't seen the movie yet, why are you here? Yeah, okay, great. Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the cast because everyone that was casted for this was absolutely amazing. Chef's kiss. Coleman Domingo being Joseph Jackson. When I saw him, I went into this completely blind. Like I had no clue. Like I did know that Jafar Jackson was going to be playing Michael, which is his nephew. Yeah, so that is also amazing. He sounds just like him and can dance just like him. That's really cool that he got to like be his nephew playing his uncle. Also, we had Nia Long from Friday playing mom, and Jessica Sula, I think that's how you say her name, playing Latoya. And we actually don't see much of Janet. We do see like the original Jackson 5 with Jermaine, Tito, Marlon, and Jackie and Michael, obviously. So that's pretty much where we start at, is with the original Jackson 5, all of them as kids, and Joseph is sitting on the couch. They're practicing in the living room, and he's being hard on them. Mom is just kind of, sitting back and like watching, observing. And this is pretty much where we get to see the relationship dynamic between not only just the brothers, but between Joseph and all of the brothers and towards just Michael. And we get to see a little bit of the mother's perspective as well. I feel like Michael Jackson almost gives off an only child. And you could tell that he was different. And he was really close with his mother, and like, they just knew that he was different, but it's almost like Joseph could not see or understand that or be a father in the way that Michael needed him to be. And it's kind of funny, like with Joseph, it's like a double-edged sword because if he wasn't so hard on them, they would have never gotten to where they were. But at the same time, it also destroyed the relationship between him and his son, Michael. But yeah, you can definitely tell that Joseph was tougher on Michael than really any of the other brothers. At least that's the way that it was being portrayed. Also, it seems like the brothers never really cared about not the music, but just like the relationship between not Joseph and Michael, but like when Michael wanted to go solo. It never felt like the brothers were feeling a certain type of way towards Michael about wanting to be on his own or going solo. It was mainly coming from his father. Also, I have no idea. I need to look this up. Did he actually say on stage, like announce that this was their last tour, like as the Jackson 5? And I had no idea that he got his hair caught on fire. And at what was it, the Pepsi commercial? That sucks. And then he donated all of the money from the lawsuit to like just Michael has such a, and I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I'm actually not sorry. I just think it goes to show we've always known who Michael was as a person, and then seeing it portrayed in the movie and like, anyway. Also, I love the scene where he's like in the mirror and he has all the sticky notes everywhere. Like that so reminded me of me. I was like, wow, that's so inspiring. Like we get to see him in the studio. They're telling him like, stop moving your feet. And he just like every time, like he just wants to move his feet. And that's insane because they're telling him like, stop moving your feet, stop moving your feet. And it could be for like noise reasons because he's in, a studio recording. But also that's the same thing that ended up making him like what he's known for, like the moonwalk and everything, just the way that he dances. So Oh, not my friend just messaged me and said, so scale 1 to 10, how was it? I guess I should probably say that in this, right? Um, Honestly, 9. I'm gonna say a 9, and the only reason I'm giving it a 1 down because it was like half film, half concert. So it almost felt like half the time I was like in a concert, like for real. Then the other half of the time it was like the backstory and showing us the family dynamic and how he got to where he was in the oh no, you can't be doing that. There's another point where he's watching the news and they're talking about gang violence between like, can I say that? B's and C's, if you know what I'm saying. And he gets inspired and gets this whole idea, and we get to see him go out and be around both of these groups and bring them together through music and dance. And that's where we see Beat It. They played a lot of his music. I was kind of surprised that they didn't play Pretty Young Thing though. But I am very happy that they played Human Nature because that's my favorite. And yeah. Also, there was one point where he was doing a little, I forgot what, I don't know, his little dancey dance where he was like, I was like, okay. And I love that they included like because when you see like old footage of him and like from his concerts and like being on tour, the people passing out trying to climb over just how insane the fans were for him. And like, also it's nice to see like how he just treated everyone as his family. Like he just saw all of his fans as his family. And another thing, look, let me just say that snake's gotta go. I don't mind snakes. Would I have one as a pet? Nar. Or a chimpanzee? I mean, if I just had like all the money in the world, I'm getting a farm. Like I'm talking about cows, chickens, goats. Like, let's go. But I love that he loves animals. That's basically what I'm saying. Let me just say, there was one point where they were at Studio 54, and I just me and my mom, I literally looked at it. I was like, Studio 54. Yes, that was great that they added that in there. A little nostalgia for me, but Billie Jean, not my lover. She's just a girl. I am the one. Hmm. I wish I could. Oh, funny story just to add at the end of this. When I was a kid, my aunt and my dad had asked me, like, can you do the moonwalk? And I started like, babe, no. I was a child, okay? I didn't know what the moonwalk was and that they were talking about Michael Jackson. Like, I knew his songs and his music, but, I wasn't. Here's the good thing though, because I sure was wondering, I was like, we're really deep into this movie and I feel like we've gotten nowhere in his story, but like we haven't. So yeah, there's gonna be a part 2 and I'm super excited for that. So yeah. Phoebe, will you stop looking, please? Baby girl, I love you. They're clean. Your paws are clean, I promise. We are going to be covering some other TV shows and movies on this channel. So if you're interested, which you should be, I don't know, like what, like you clicked on this video for a reason, right? You know what that means. Hit the subscribe button so you can come back for more. Also, like this video and share it with your friends, and I'll see y'all in the next one.